Yeah, but at the end of the day, if you're able to count Ghanaian money in Ghana, you're able to count money in the U.S. And really, you should want to count. You've been to Tanzania, you should want to understand the shilling. You've been to Uganda, the Ugandan shilling and the Tanzanian shilling just differentiates just a little bit. And then there's the rand in South Africa, and you've been to South Africa. So why not make it a challenge to sort of every day see the weakness or the strength of the dollar? What $5 is in those countries that you visited, and then keep abreast of it here. That's a good way to keep your math strong. What you think?
Um, I think that I should just work with myself and try my hardest, but like we just said, American money and Ghana money is not the whole the same.
It's not. It has a different value.
Yes, so but they don't look the same either. The coins.
No,
here,
they
the
don't
coins
look the
there.
same, but you're spending money. You're going to go back home to the U.S. and you're going to spend money. When we go to Tanzania, you're going to spend money. Or do you understand? Like, so there's a reason to want to know more than what you know. That's my suggestion with
And I
that.
feel like I learned it more because Ghanaian money is a little bit funner. Like the colors.
I know seeing all them beautiful black people on that money. The first time I saw it, I was like, ah!
Instead of seeing.
Just white men with buckle boots, that
Yeah,
have done cruel things to my group.
That
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
to the backline.
No, it gave me great pride, and I studied it, and I had a couple of people that asked me to bring back the money. I brought back the money for them. Yeah, it was just beautiful. It was just beautiful. So, but but I'm a Pan-Africanist, so that's an expectation that would be in me that I would take great pride in that. Yeah. What else you want to say about money? Money causes a lot of trouble here.
It does.
Yeah, it's a lot of trouble. What is some of the trouble that you've gotten into?
Well, I feel like it's my accent problem.
Like what? Oh, your accent problem.
Like,
Ugh.
I went to this woman. I was coming to buy, I think,
The same story.
Gari.
The same Gari
Yeah, the
story
same
that she just
story.
been abusing me with.
I'm never gonna get over it. I'm still.
Why? I mean,
She literally cheated me.
she wanted to cheat you, yeah, because she felt like you had more.
I didn't have nothing.
Yeah, but see, that's the whole thing. They sometimes, and this is a frustration even for me, the issue of money, and I really have to do a separate show just to talk about that. But there is this perception, like as soon as they hear that American accent, that we're rolling in the dough, and we're not. Like we have all this money, and we want to share our money, and we should give away our money, and I don't know completely where that comes from. I know that it does make me sad.
It does.
It really does make me sad because sometimes we could have built a relationship and learned to respect each other. And if there was maybe even, because this country is full of women entrepreneurs, maybe I would say, hey, I want to invest in what you're doing. I got some women at home and, that's in sort of a focus group and they're looking for that type of product and blah, blah, blah. But you never get to that stage because you've already been sized up and zeroed in on. Now, I don't manage a lot of my money. I tend to sit down with my husband. I'm trying to teach him to budget, and we say, okay, this is what we need for the week, and I will transfer my money so that he can bring it out of his mobile money, and then we shop. I have as of late begun to carry money because sometimes I see things I want to try, various things. You never know what's on top of somebody's head, but best believe the good doctor's interested in finding out. And so I carry a little money for that, but for the most part, I don't even really carry money. Okay, and I'm always with someone. Rarely am I by myself. I have gotten into the practice now that because some places will take mobile money that you can pay with mobile money, and so it behooves me to get their phone number and find out how and do my calculations and pay. But for the most part, yeah, because the accent, that's what you said, they hear the accent and the mistreatment or the thought to mistreat in some, because it's not everybody, in some it happens.
But this incident happened right after, like, as soon as we came back and I went there.
So what did you feel like? Okay, I've come back. You had a different level, a different status. You was respected. What did you What did you expect?
I didn't expect anything because that woman was different. The old woman.
Would you
wasn't
have
there.
expected caring, kindness, and fairness from the old woman?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Because she knows me.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, don't you think you should go out the door kind of with an understanding that potentially anything can happen? I mean, the truth is, that's what we do in the U.S. Okay, for example, at one point they had the little small bag of potato chips. They was $4 for $1. Then some months passed, they changed it, $3 for $1. Then they took it down to $2 for $1 and put less potato chip in the bag. Okay, so sometimes people are complaining about the cheating that goes on here, as if in the U.S. that concept is not in action. It's an effect. We get cheated on the amount of pop that's in the bottle. Okay, you're paying this amount. We get cheated over the size of bags of chips. We get cheated over I don't smoke, but we get cheated over the number of cigarettes in the pack, where we're being cheated all the time. It's how you're deciding to manage your money, who you're willing to spend money with. Like, once I know a person will cheat me, I pretty much just I don't mess with them anymore. I go to somebody else. I do let the natives speak for me because I'm older. So you a kid, they only think you only got so much money, but I'm an adult. They think I got way more money. And I had one time, my friend told me what one of the Africans said to her to explain it, because he was asking her essentially for money. She said, "What do you think, I'm rich?" I'm not rich. He said, yeah, I do, because you was able to get a plane ticket to come here. And so I never had considered that the mere fact that we can afford that, $800 to $1,000 plane ticket puts us into this other financial bracket in their head. I had never even considered it. I thought, wow, I was like everybody else, that you have a goal or a dream and you save and you put aside your money and you fight to get it. And I realized, like, everybody actually doesn't share that concept. So I don't know. The money issue is a tough issue, because you also get people that just basically, it's beyond begging, it's that they demand. Give me a cell phone. What have you been asked for?
I've been asked for a person, for me to buy them, I think I said like a pair of shoes.
Yeah, the shoes.
I mean, you see shoes everywhere.
Yeah, but that's different. The quality, the type. Sometimes people want something different, but I would never think to ask a 9 or 10-year-old to buy me a pair of shoes.
No, where am I going to get this money from?
I don't know. Well, here in this country, children do sell.
They do.
Yeah, so I don't know if that was it or what, but yeah, some of that can be overwhelming. And I think I'm often more saddened by it than Gia, because I think to myself, the American black has struggled literally for everything, and we're still not too much further along than we were with the Emancipation Proclamation, because we're under white rule. So everything oftentimes is a pushback and a setback. We go 2 steps forward and 10 steps back. And so the few of us that manage to have any sort of money sense and want to save and invest, I've sacrificed quite a bit to be able to come to Africa. It's things that I don't do, places I don't go, things I don't eat, things I don't wear. And I can't say that I wanted those things to begin with, but most of them don't know. Like I drove for Uber and Lyft for an entire year in order to raise money for us to be able to come, because everything that me and Gia do, I have to pay times 2. 2 tickets, 2 visas, 2 everything. Everything is times 2 for me, and it's just me, because everybody doesn't share a Pan-Africanist vision. And then I'm here doing work as well, my God work. So I bring books and technology and academic supplies. I'm often assisting with sanitation and
dolls.
Yeah, bringing black baby dolls. That's her project. I've even planted 3 libraries here. It's so much And that's not to toot my own horn, but it's also to toot my own horn to say that I do that on my own dime. I'm not associated with any organization or church or ministry because I want to I want to give it the best without red tape. I want to do it my way without red tape and make sure that the villages and the townships, places where people wouldn't necessarily get some action, that they get it anyway. So it hurts me when people have an expectation for me to give them something. I'm thinking, hey, I just gave your nation a whole library. If you go to this or that community, you'll be able to enjoy that. And that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for immediate financial relief and satisfaction. Yeah.
But if you really want that, how about you? I know this might sound crazy to some of you, but why don't you just go to your community? Go to your community, see if you can find a couple of people and find this area where nobody has it. Build your own little place or building.
For what?
To make your own type of work.
So you want them to be entrepreneurs and invest in themselves and come together as a team and build up something where they can feed themselves. Am I getting this right?
Yes.
I think in some communities here they do that, and they do that quite well. But I think in others they don't, because it seems to be a lot of collected entrepreneurship. Like individual, like we're all market ladies, but we're all sort of taking care of ourselves, getting money for ourselves instead of seeing it collectively. I do the lending club. I have a microfinance company that I launched, very small, it's very baby, in Tanzania, and that was my concept behind that. It's like, instead of getting yourself caught up with predator lenders and being mistreated and getting these interest rates that cost you, that injure you, what if we put together something where we're working as a team and we're able to help each other? So parts of that has worked, but you also are dealing with people's mindsets. People get tired of poverty, but a lot of times they function in dealing with poverty the same old way. Like they don't know how to attack it differently.
But some people have poverty, but they're too lazy.
Yes, there is laziness in poverty. There are people who are completely just broken by it. And then I'm also running into, as of late, pridefulness in poverty. My husband helped me with that term a little bit, where you get people that want to show you that they don't need you. They don't want you to buy them nothing. They don't want you to help them with nothing. And it's not, I rarely treat anybody as a charitable experiment because I come from poverty. So, I don't believe in that. I believe that, in basically you give a man, a method and he's able to take care of himself. But a lot of times you need somebody to invest in you. You need seed money to get launched or whatever. So, but yeah, there is laziness, there is pridefulness in it.
There are some people who do their best, like they do.
Oh, it's too many people doing their best. When I
No,
look at them sitting out there in that sun.
I mean, they're doing their absolute hardest just to get what they want, but all they get is pennies.
Yeah, well, that's another form of being cheated. But I don't participate in that, and I have arguments with people about that. Remember I told you the young lady, she wanted to come and she wanted to cook and clean for me. Mm-hmm. I wanted to give her 50 Ghana a day. Okay, 50 Ghana is about $10. Oh, no, we don't do that. We start them low because I said, that's you. In America, is to have a babysitter is $50 a day. I'm already getting over with $10. But it was interesting. They just wanted to battle me about, paying her what I considered on some level a fairer wage than she would get here. And I'm saying I can't be attached to that. I was a part of a team of academics fighting on behalf of underpaid, unemployed educators. I'm not going to cheat this girl. So to sort of bring peace to it all, I left it. And I said, okay, another place, another time. Because if I have to have too much static, too much bristle with it, I leave it. But they didn't want me to give her $10 a day. That money. No, 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 no. Nobody gets that here. I said, well, why can't she be the beginning? Why can't she start it off then? They didn't want that. They did not want that.
But then they'll be itching for it.
They would be itching for, well, there's a couple of models with the money. The nepotism, meaning that I personally am not itching for it, but I pass it on to a relative. My daughter can do it, my uncle can do it, my auntie can do it. No, I don't want those people. I like that lady over there at this time. Yeah, so there's been a couple of money webs that we've gotten into, and we'll probably be fighting through it for quite some time because the mindset about money is very, very different. I don't quite know what to do about that other than to stay myself in it. Do you give people money?
Unless you're like my sister or my cousin, then I'll try to help you. But if I don't really have that much of a relationship with you.
So you stay away from, well, you had the one lady that was at homeless, that became your heart.
I have a heart for homeless. If you like a psychopath homeless, then I'm gonna say no. But like a person.
She act like they wear a sign. Hi, I'm a psychopath homeless person.
I mean like out on the street just crying, looking just.
That might be the one that needs some money, but go ahead. But I hear what you're saying. You're saying if it looks like irrational mental illness, you just don't want to get involved.
I don't want to.
Okay.
But if you're okay, you just lost your job, you lost your house, you're out there with your children, something like that, then I'll at least give your child a baby doll, or I'll give you some money or some food or some water, at least something, or a blanket or a pillow or something.
Now she says that, but she's come to me a couple of times with some big money cases. Mom, such and so needs surgery on their leg. I want you to get involved in that. Remember that one? Mom, such and so needs assistance helping them finish off their house. I want you to get involved with that one. Remember that one? So all of her stuff is not homelessness. There are times that Gia gets a really big heart, and I have to tell her that there's a fine line between where the Holy Spirit prompts me and where it is clear this is not my assignment. And so I do use great caution, care, and discernment. Sometimes I'll bounce the stuff off of someone. And some of it is just observation, is what you said. Some people have what they need to solve their own problem, even in poverty. And they just don't feel like it. They want somebody else to kind of fix it for them. And that's not my job. That's not my assignment to come in and make it easier for you. In fact, I think sometimes that's more destructive. Anyway, anything else you want to say before we close out?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Money.
Okay, let's close.
Money.
This is embarrassing.
Money. Anyway.
Okay, bye.
Bye.